Hello, hello. We are back with Dr. Bietz. We are going to be talking about one of my favorite products. It's actually one of my kids' favorite products too. They ask for it often, which speaks volumes about the product. But we're going to be talking about Balance today, which is our greens product, but so much more than just greens. So we're going to explain this. And then Dr. Bietz is also going to share with us some really interesting information about blue zones. Let's learn about blue zones. Maybe you've seen the Netflix documentaries, maybe you're familiar with it, but it's very fascinating information that ties into this whole series that we have been doing. So, Dr. B, talk to us about balance.
Balance, well, I mean, if you look at everything around us these days, if there's one thing we need is more balance, right? Balance in the economy, balance in Wall Street, balance in, I'm not even gonna go about Washington, D.C. and politics. That's not even fair. I mean, it's almost like we should talk about the laundry again if we're gonna go that route. So we won't do that. But balance is a terrific product in that it's multifunctional. It really, really helps give you your greens. And as always with Bravely products, it tastes good. And all of us know those wheat shots sometimes can be a bit challenging, or some of the other greens can be very challenging, but you get a lot with this product. And I think some of the things that I want to focus on, let's talk about the major components first in it and the function and the practical side of that. And let's talk a little bit about different ways that you can enjoy balance, because I think I run across a few creative ways lately, and
That's
maybe
true.
we can share a few of those that people may not have thought about. So let's dive in. So it talks about first 9 powerful blends. So what are these blends? So we talk about whole foods and prebiotic. Now, prebiotic, again, gets so confused out there. Prebiotic is simply food for probiotics. And that's a very, very simple way to look at it. But a lot of folks confuse prebiotic and probiotic, and that's not the case. Probiotic is your live microorganisms. Prebiotic is the food on what they snack on. So, and you've got, again, the whole foods there, wheatgrass, which you would expect, your greens in general, your alfalfa, spirulina, again, type of algae. It's very, very popular. It's known to have been very healthy. It's documented for long periods of time that it can add a lot to it. So you've got a really strong blend there. You've got antioxidants. We all know the story in antioxidants. Antioxidants, free radicals that attack your DNA, attack other parts of your body, and also cause inflammation. You dial down free radicals, you dial down inflammation, you dial down a lot of issues with your body. And again, antioxidants support all of that. So a key component there. All right. Anti-stress. Who has stress these days? OMG. I mean, yeah. Oh, okay. We can all raise our hand on stress. And, it's amazing to me the people, the business colleagues, and also in coaching, the people that talk to me about stress these days that I never would have thought it would be bothering them as much as it is. Whether it's the economy, whether it's tension with money and families. And of course, Bravely's got alternative income, thank goodness. But the more streams that you can get, the better. But stress and just the pressure on simple things, looking at the price in the gas pump, looking at the supermarket prices. Restaurants, a lot of restaurants are down 67% right now on their traffic because of all the pressure on the economy, raising inflation prices. And so there's stress everywhere, a lot of stress on businesses that are straining and hurting. So, and again, the forecast isn't great for the future that it's going to let up anytime soon. But managing it is critical, because we've talked before also about managing your stress, quality of life, managing your decision making, and how that again affects your prefrontal cortex, other areas of your brain, even that stress can really ramp down your ability to make good decisions. And you don't want that. And of course, that gets right into other things, even like weight management, where good decisions on eating, good decisions on managing stress, good decisions on maintaining your health. Who can afford health insurance these days? Yeah, okay, well, there's a lot of stress there too. So, stress management for your overall quality of life. And you've also on the broadcast heard us talk a lot about sleep. Stress impacts sleep. So anything that dials down stress these days is a good thing. And, and I mean, you hear about magnesium supplements, but Ravenly has got the stress blend right in there. The adaptogens, again, we talk about adaptogens being simply compounds that help you adapt. Don't let the big word scare you off like that. Fiber, of course, we all know about fiber. I don't have to spend a lot of time on that, so we will smooth our way through the fiber here off to metabolism blend. And there's a lot to talk about with metabolism and having elevated metabolism. Now, metabolism for energy, your mitochondria again activated to give you again energy. Energy important for everything you do, but also metabolism for weight loss and healthy weight management.
Mhm.
As we always talked with broadcast before, nobody likes the word diet. I don't like it. You don't like it. Everybody says die and diet. And it's been proven by McKenzie and other people that have spent millions and millions studying that. Why not though just do healthy weight management? So when we talk about benefits and supports weight management, I mean, that's where we're right on key. The US now is the most obese country in the world. We are now number one. And it's tragic because you see a lot of folks at any age and a lot of times in youth that, again, this is not a healthy position for us to be in or for them to be in and for their longevity. Hence, ironically enough, we're going to talk about centurions a little bit today.
Mhm.
And I can tell you that centurions in general, you'll find out they've got healthy weight management through their diet, through their supplements, through movement. So let's look at immune. Another one that's always in the news. Immune is such a popular topic these days, and there's so many viruses going around. There's not any vaccines or cure for these things in a lot of cases, and so you're left to keeping yourself healthy,
Mhm.
taking control of your health, being responsible for your health, having supplements that support your immune system, keep your body healthy, again, keeping your body homeostasis, and then the overall mental health, physical health, and getting proper sleep and maintaining. But you've got to keep your immune system up and you've got to keep your, care for your immune system these days in your body. It's an amazing thing that we've been given. And the immune system can fight off things that, again, nobody else can even touch or that sometimes we don't even know about. So having a healthy immune component in anything that you would take, like balance, is absolutely critical. The flip side of that is detox. And again, we've got the product for the detox too, but detoxification and getting rid of things that we're exposed to just on normal day-to-day health basis like that. A
Mhm.
lot of us are using the reset, the detox once a month, like to help with that. But detox, keeping these things cleaned out of the body, healthy skin, it's beauty inside out when we consider detox. It's not just inside, it's
Right.
inside out, and it shows, even in your skincare like that. And I think the last thing to talk a little bit about is digestive and probiotic blend. Now, the digestive probiotic blend with the lactobacillus, acidophilus, the protease, amylase, other components, that is for the digestion primarily of this blend. It is not, I do need to note, it's not a substitute for a probiotic that you might take in a general. But one advantage of having, so why would you put it in this blend? There's a good question. I'll ask myself a good question. So anyhow, so there's a good question. So why would you put something like that in this blend? Well, if somebody has, let's say, they're really trying to achieve much better health, much better GI health in general, and this really targets GI health, which of course we know is huge to immune health like that, then GI health, that support of a having a healthy probiotic blend. If your GI system is not very healthy right now, and you're trying to get healthier, then getting some health with the digestion of this product would be advantageous. So hence proteases to help digest the balance specifically,
Mhm.
probiotic to help again convert this into healthy components that the body can use. So you're supporting literally the digestion of this product within this product. And I think that's something that's very unique to this product and to the industry right now. And a lot of people will read that really quick and they'll say, well, okay, I get my daily probiotic. Well, no, not exactly. Well, I don't get any probiotic at all, then it's not enough. Well, no, that's not quite right either. The dialing this in is that this product is self-sufficient in that sense, in that it has the ability to have the proteases, the amylases for your carbohydrate digestion like that, and the probiotic to help with the overall digestion and absorption of this product and getting it into your system. So to me, that's kind of a sleeper right there on the end, on advantages. It speaks also, I think, to how well these products are engineered and formulated, and
Hmm.
how the formulations are very complete. And of course, as we always say, the real trick in the end is now how do you make all this stuff taste good? You've
Yeah.
got a lot of great components there, but is this going to be like me taking a wheat shot, or somebody just mowed the lawn and it tastes like they scrambled it into a jar? Or is this going to be like a pleasant experience? And I think we can both say, I mean, you take it, I take it, and it's amazing how well they've made this taste. And
I
you still
agree.
get some of that grass taste, but you still get a
Yeah.
lot of benefit from it. And it's got that kind of a sweet taste to it too. So it's amazing what they've done with it.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think for me, the taste, and you can see on the package, you've got the berries on the front. And
Yeah.
I think that that's there for a reason. I wasn't a creator of the marketing, obviously, but I think it's there for a reason because for me, I taste and smell. I mean, I've got it open right now. You can see the, I mean, you can
Yeah.
smell some of the veggies and the grassier things, but
Yeah.
overall, the front note and the taste that I'm tasting, it's berries, it's fruity. It's
It's got a
not
very
this,
floral, yeah,
yeah, it's
very
not this
floral
like,
fruit taste to it. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And so when, I've got some people that love to drink this with ice cold water. You take your frother, you blend it really nicely. It's not gritty. Some greens are gritty out there.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
say that just because of what's in the product, if you make it and you set it on your counter and you don't drink it, it will kind of settle. That's kind of normal, but you give it a quick stir, it pops back up. It's very smooth in my opinion. But
Yeah.
it's got a
Well,
beautiful
and
flavor to it.
And this is a suspension too. We tell people that when you shake it up or you stir it up, you need to drink it because it will fall out. It's not meant to dissolve into solution. That's not how it's designed. It's a
Mhm.
suspension. So you will absolutely have that happen. Yeah.
Right. Right. So you've
So
got
how do you take it normally?
how do I take it normally? Great question.
Yeah.
So my husband, okay, so I'll tell you his first, and then I'll tell you the way me and my kids take it.
Okay.
Is he will do a scoop of this and like a little shot glass of water and just down it. Like he's like, let's just get it done. Like that's just you. So that's him. Okay.
Yeah.
I've got some people that love it in ice cold water. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Some people don't like it just in water. Okay, there's some people that don't like it. The way most people like it, the way I like it, the way that my kids like it, is I put this in a protein shake, our Bravenly Fit Fuel. Okay, so I put it with BFF, Bravenly Fit Fuel, Balance, Gold, and my milk of choice. And I blend it, maybe some ice. I might put in some banana if I want, but I just do a quick little smoothie, and that's the way I love it. Now, there are some people on my team that swear by putting this with their rush. They are like, I don't miss a day of this with my rush, which it's like, okay, hey, but that's what I like about this is the versatility in which you can take it. What do you like, Dr. Beets?
I have, I think, 3, 4 different ways. A couple of them may be a little unique here. So I do
Okay.
use I do put some of it in the glass with a shot and just say, let's down this thing. So I have to admit, that might be kind of a guy thing or whatever. I don't
I
know.
think it
But
is.
anyhow, it is okay. Okay. So that's number one. Number two is I like the rush, where you put it with some rush and you leave it fairly concentrated, and maybe not 8 ounces, but maybe like 3, 4 ounces with some rush, and then get some go power from that, as well as some great immune boost. and
That's right.
and I really like that way of doing it. Now, a couple of other ways we tried it just for fun, and it was kind of interesting, was sprinkle it on salads. Actually
Oh,
take a dinner salad and you can sprinkle a little bit on it and have it like as, your greens with your greens, and it works pretty good. And the other one that we did, and my wife said, "What are you mixing up now?" Because sometimes I mix things up. I like to cook actually. So, what are you mixing up now? Is take a little bit of this, a little bit of a spice or two. Take a little bit of olive oil, vinegar, and water, and make like a vinaigrette or a salad dressing out of it, or a light salad dressing out of it. And you can make individual proportions or enough for a meal, and it's actually really good.
Okay,
And
I'm
I
gonna
told
try
a
that.
couple of my colleagues that one time like that. I will not mention their names, but they're like going, "What? Are you kidding?" I'm going, "Try it." You know, they're coming back and they're like going, "We thought you were insane, but it's really good." And they're going, "Yeah, it is really good." So
That's gonna be my lunch here in a minute. I'm definitely trying this. I'm
there you
going.
go.
I will report back. I will report-
Bam. Yeah.
that's an awesome. But this goes back to just about every product that we've talked about. We're wrapping it up with this final product today. But I love, love, love the versatility in our products.
Yeah.
The different deliverables, the different flavor profiles that you can create, because flavor fatigue is a very real thing. It's a
Yeah.
very real thing where if you're taking something every single day and it's the same thing, you can get tired of it. And that's one thing I love is just today I learned a new way of taking this product. So I love that.
Well, and I think talking to the business side here a little bit more, we see a very high reorder rate on this.
Mhm.
And typically with the greens, I mean, if you've got a danger of not having a reorder rate in your business, it's probably on something like a greens because
Yeah.
in general, they don't taste that great. And you do get tired of it. It's like, oh, I got to do this again, you know, or it's
Yeah.
like I got to take this in a shot and get it over with kind of
Yeah.
syndrome. Okay. But we get these high reorder rates on key products supporting health because they do have good flavor profiles, and that's not an easy thing to do in keeping that high consistent quality. The herbal world, you know, you even get seasonal variations when you're farming these herbs, or you get you know, inclement growing seasons, dry seasons can influence taste, and there's a lot of things that can. Dry season will give you something that typically will be a little bit more bitter. A wet season typically gives you something that's a little sweeter in different cases like that. And all these things have to be dealt with when you go to formulate it. So on the front side of the formulation of this is a really fascinating world on putting it all together, but then keeping it together generation after generation.
Interesting. That's interesting. Well, I love it. Well, I wanted to ask you a quick question. I'm going to put you on the spot here.
Sure. Uh-oh.
So
Okay.
you taught
Here we
me
go.
something today. Okay, I didn't
Okay.
realize this. The importance of the probiotic blend, how it's self-sustaining. It's
Mhm.
supporting the absorption of this product, which I find very interesting and very genius, if I can say, very
Mhm.
smart in the formulation. But you're saying that this would not be your probiotic. Now we've previously talked about Bravenly Fit Fuel that does have another probiotic piece.
Mhm.
Would that be more considered a probiotic supplement for somebody? So if somebody's out there going, hey, I want a probiotic, I noticed that it's in both. Would you recommend the Bravenly Fit Fuel for that probiotic piece for their supplementation?
Well, I think that but you know, my last answer has to be it depends, okay?
Okay.
And I would say in general, the fit fuel, the probiotic there, once again, is for the product itself. But look at the benefit of that product itself being literally like a whole meal. It's not necessarily meant to be the meal replacement. We have a lot of people that do use it as a meal replacement,
Yeah.
and that's fine. Somebody who has an impaired system where an impaired GI system where they really, and again, we don't, you know, medical advice here. We do not do any of all that. But if you're having to really seriously rebuild your GI system like that, what we've got with Balance and what we've got with Fit Fuel are two really good basic building blocks. But I would also add a probiotic to that, and that's what I do. Now, what other people do, what your doctor recommends, you need to follow. But where you not, let's see, here's the technical explanation. Where you have not, where you have used your GI as a dumpster for years like that, you may have some pretty severe impairment, and you may want to take a more serious route with a
That makes
very
sense.
specific high level of probiotic, maybe with a naturopath doctor or such like that. But two building components, building block components of that can also be in support. What are you going to do for a basic fuel, a basic protein source, a basic component in your diet? And I think that's where Fit Fuel comes in.
I love
What
that.
would, what would you do for a basic component, a basic building block in your health scheme for GI health, you know, and health of your GI system in general? There's balance. There's balance to step in and take care of that. And I think again, that's why you see people reorder it so much, is they see the value and they feel better and they get that health boost. But
Mhm.
some folks that are severely impaired, that's a little bit different equation.
Makes
And but
sense.
it doesn't preclude fit fuel or balance, but I think it made back on something being added to it.
I personally can speak on what I feel when I take BFF and balance, and obviously I've shared that I do that regularly with my smoothies. I feel and notice a difference in my gut health,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so to your point, yeah, I probably don't have a severely impaired gut. I've been fairly cognizant of that for the past decade of my life. So, but I still can feel a difference with
Yeah.
those two things. So thank you for answering that question. I love that. Well, anything else you want to talk on with this? Obviously, you also have your veggie blend in here, your veggie and
Yeah.
fruit blend, excuse me. So this is a fantastic product in my opinion. Anything else on this?
Well, I think the other thing to mention in that general area of GI health is detox. When we talk about reset and the fact that reset is a great partner to this,
Yeah.
and you're building health on one side, you're detoxing on the other side, and to me, and that's what I do once a month with the reset, and then I add balance from time to time, and to me, that's a really nice dynamic duo on GI health.
I agree. And I love the ingredient, if you're ingredient gurus out there, I love the ingredient in here that's the milk thistle. That's a huge ingredient for detox, which supports your liver, which I think plays an important role in that in the detox piece. So I love the suggestion of doing this with the reset combined for great results. I love that. Well, do you
Yeah.
want to talk about the blue zones?
Oh, sure. I guess that'll
Okay.
be our deep dive of Blue Zone, and then we'll take a look at let's see, can I do a share screen here?
Yep, I'm gonna make you host really quickly and we're gonna share that screen.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
Go to this and
So
this.
blue zones, while he's getting that ready, blue zones, and he's gonna talk more on this, are areas of the world where people tend to live very long. So centurions are people that live over 100 years. There's a great Netflix documentary on blue zones, which is where I first heard it years ago. But blue zones, there's lots of studies on blue zones because of their nutrition, what they eat, how they move their bodies, all these things that are creating these longer lifespans. So blue zones of the earth. Okay, keep going.
All right, so with Blue Zone, it is an amazing study that was done by Dan Buettner, to give everybody the full credit. And he took a very different philosophical approach to looking at centurions. His approach, rather than looking at nutritional studies and university papers written on nutrition and then certainly longevity, and certainly there's nothing wrong with that. But he went out to areas of the world that had the highest population of centurions, and there were multiple regions of the world. You would expect Japan, certain areas of Japan, Greece, even the United States that have those, and Costa Rica. And what his research showed him was there were 9 critical components of what these people do. One is, a lot of them, it's not that they exercise all the time. It's not that they've got gym memberships. I mean, some of them are in remote third world, second world areas, but they move naturally and they're always doing something. And I mean, if you think about how sedentary our society has become these days, where we don't move, we're at a desk, we're computers all day, we're tied down to some sort of tech, and it's really affected us physiologically in negative ways like that. So even moving a bit, whether it's gardening, whether it's mowing your lawn, whether it's vacuuming the house, all of these things are natural movements, and it's to be active in your life. Know your purpose. Purpose is huge. I mean, it's unbelievable. 60% of people retire, die in the first 3 years because they've lost their purpose, is what a lot of the research will tell you. 60% pass away in the first 3 years. And it's absolutely tragic because they put all of their effort into something, maybe in their job, their career. Now they've stepped away from that. They're not like some of us that are hopeless entrepreneurs or doing the philanthropic work like that. And and again, knowing your purpose. There was a gentleman who just scored the Guinness World Book of Records. He's 111 years old, plus 223 days. He lives in the United Kingdom. He was on my Wall Street notifications the other day like that. And they said, what is your secret to your longevity? And he said, number one, know your purpose, have a purpose and be purposeful. Number two, everything in moderation. He said, don't go to extremes on things. Enjoy life, do things in moderation. And so I think the beauty and the real interest of this study that was the Blue Zone sponsored by National Geographic is the fact that it's looking at people who have achieved, they are centurions right now. It's not people who want to be, they are right now. Downshift. Do you need to keep the pace of life you're keeping right now? And do you enjoy it? Do you enjoy what you do? It's not that what you do is bad. Maybe it's what you do. You try to cram so many things into a schedule that you don't have a chance to enjoy it. 80% rule in eating. A lot of the studies in Japan where they follow the 80% rule religiously, and they even have some names for it and mantras for it, because obviously you don't overeat, you don't overtax your body. It's easier for your body to keep homeostasis. And again, there's a lot to be said about an 80% rule. Sometimes, and especially in this society, we eat so fast, our dynamics between our brain and our GI system don't have a chance to connect with each other. And the ghrelin and the leptin are the hormones that talk to each other, say, hey, you're full, or I'm hungry, or I'm getting full. If you eat so fast that those things don't have a chance to interact, you don't know when you're full or not, and it's going to be too late by the time you determine it. Plant slant. We all know plant diets are healthier, but there's more coming out on plant diets. I will say when I started a plant diet a few years ago like that, I couldn't maintain weight because I'm very, very, very active, for example, in my case. Today, with some of the advanced research and understanding how a balanced plant diet can work, it's much, much easier to maintain weight, and it's much, much easier to migrate to, again, a healthier diet in general and enjoy fruits, vegetables, and plants. We all know about, for example, we just talked about balance, the crucifer blend that's in there, again, being extremely healthy, anti-inflammatory, anti-carcinogenic, even in a lot of studies that are being performed out there today. And that's not just Bravenley's opinion, it's a well-known fact among practitioners and researchers. Wine at 5, a lot of people would vote for that. You might guess that that came from the Mediterranean area, but once again, it's served them well. There's been a lot over the years about wine, resveratrol, and different components. You've heard about it. But again, the point of some of that wine is to talk about stress management, be able to relax at the end of the day and step back. There's a component of that which is probably just as important as any resveratrol or anything else to do with that. And also the social side of it. And it means a glass or two. It does not mean a bottle. And by the way, if you miss a few days, it doesn't mean that you collect your chips for the end of the week and do 5, 10 in a day. So this is meant to be a relaxing thing, and I'll show it on a chart in a second. Family first. All of these people had strong family ties, strong ties to friends. It gets right into belonging and right into the right tribe. Are you with your right community? Are you with people you enjoy? Are you with people who support you and support you naturally and for the right reasons? So I think that it's been an incredibly interesting study. There's books on it. I would highly recommend this one book that he's written. There we go, Blue Zones Challenge. It talks about lifestyles. And I think now more than ever, and we always should have been aware of this, but now more than ever, we are responsible for our health. The insurance companies aren't going to do it. The medical system has changed over to corporate management of medical. And a lot of the great doctors that I've had have retired simply because they will not put up with the politics anymore, which is absolutely tragic. So we are responsible for our own health more than ever. And I think that something like this can I've been impressed with it and really make a difference. And I know it's helped me, and I hope it helps others. So something that if you have time, I would suggest you look into a bit more. You'll see this emblem and how they've designed out this graphic on it and how it balances out. But you've got a lot here about purpose, mindfulness, all these things that we've talked about in other podcasts, but I think this is another way to look at it. And as we all know, you look at something 3, 4, 5 different ways, and maybe one of the ways clicks and other ways don't. So I think it's really, really, really important. So that's blue zones. What do you think? You're muted.
I absolutely love it. I think it makes a lot of sense. And here's the thing, I think a lot of people know the basics of these.
Yeah,
What's difficult about it is implementing it.
yeah,
It's making the decisions to move more, or fueling your body so that you want to move more, or seeking out your purpose instead of living in mundane 9 to 5. I mean, our
yeah.
our lifestyles in America, at least, it's kind of like factories, right? It's like you wake up, same day, you go to sleep. And so really truly seeking these things out, intentionally trying to downshift, reduce the workload, reduce the stress, um, eating more plants, right? Eating more healthier foods. That's where I think Bravenly is so interesting, where it comes into play, because our product line supports a lot of this right here. And it helps people make those changes, and it's a tool to help people live in a healthier way that aligns with this power 9 right here. I don't think that a lot of people are going to look at this and go, oh my gosh, I'm learning something new. It's stuff that we do
Yeah.
know, but it's, can we support, when we teach things like this, it's, can we support people in various ways to help them implement this? And I know for some that I've heard over, years, just the thought of changing your lifestyle can be overwhelming. And so that's again why I like Bravenly. It's something that you can easily add into your lifestyle step by step, make those better choices, and gain the energy to move naturally. Add the plants, right? Number 5 is plants. Add the plants into your lifestyle so that you can ease into a powerful 9 life, so to speak. So I love this stuff. It's very fascinating to me.
Well, I think the part I like about this also, and especially I think that this study has highlighted, is it goes back to what you're talking about. Integrate things into your life so it's natural, and it's natural into the flow to it. Again, they talk about movement, but they don't talk about run out and sign up at the gym. They talk about, again, have your daily routine on things that you need to do and mix it up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's simple things that, I mean, I can think back in the day when I used to be tied to my office and tied to my phone. Now, a lot of my calls, I'm out doing a walk and talk, and a walk and talk maybe in nature around on the property. And then you integrate that with healthy products that we've talked about with Bravenly, and it makes a difference. And speaking of healthy products making a difference, so one question we might ask is, well, how do we fit with the industry and how do we fit with the future? And one of the things that I wanted to just share briefly is talking about the Euromonitor International, which is a very big survey of what are the trends in natural products in the marketplace and health, and what does the future look like. And if you look at where Euromonitor is forecasting future, if you will, and where are people today, what are people looking for today? So we're talking a little bit on the Bravenly business side. So how many times have we talked about sleeping and sleeping problems? 50% of the people surveyed and the consumers surveyed are looking for new solutions to sleeping. We have one of the best in the world as far as I'm concerned with Drift. And I mean, I use Drift every night, like it or not. I wish I would have had it a long, long time ago, because sleep makes such a difference. We've had board certified doctors throughout our podcast say sleep is health, period. So having Calm to take the edge off, having Drift, we're right on target for the future, not only for helping people and helping their health in general, but helping their business. And again, we know sleep helps all aspects of your life. Weight management, we just talked about, we're one of the top obese countries in the world, if not the top obese country. Weight management is really critical to health. It precludes many being a precursor to many types of problems that you can have down the road. including longevity.
Mhm.
And so having products fit fuel, balance, being able to do detox, being able to have energy from natural components like Rush, all these things tie together in really having cognitive health, being aware, and being able to manage your weight better. Stress and anxiety. Okay, well, that was a nice setup walking into stress and anxiety. Once again, calm and again, taking control of your health. And of course, if you look at these components, sleep plays into weight, plays into stress and anxiety, plays into mental health, and even places into skin health. All these things, the homeostasis of our amazing anatomy, physiology like that, they all go together in having a complete health package. Mental health, talking about mental health also in terms of cognitive health, cognitive awareness. At any age these days, it used to be just getting older, but today, at any age, cognitive health, cognitive focus, and being able to focus is huge. It's here for the future. And last of all, skin health. We've talked about, remember our ceramides molecule? I know
Yeah.
you're excited about that. Okay. But you remember what we talked about beauty inside out and health inside out. Once again, detox, immune health, balance, all these things that go together. And I think the top line here, or the take-home message here to me, is that Bravenly products are positioned beautifully for the future.
Yeah.
If we were going to challenge ourselves and say, where do we fit on not only just now with the success we've had with this company, but when we look forward, what does our forward look like? And we are dead center in what people want, what people need, and how to make a major difference in their future. And I think that's amazing. And it's great to be here and be a part of this.
I think you just wrapped up that with a pretty bow. I think that's spot on. I think it's spot on. I mean, I couldn't agree with you more. When you take a look at everything we've discussed from our very first episode to today, and we've gone through all of the lines and the products and the ingredients and what it's helping with, every single one of these line items here on this chart has been addressed. Every single one. And I know that not only can I confidently share these products, but I can confidently consume these products. And like you said, I'm excited for the future of Bravenly, where we're going. I trust the direction of where this company is going, and I trust that future products will align with exactly what people need. I just thank you so much, Dr. Bietz, for your time, for your insight, for your willingness to deep dive with us. I know that I have gotten such incredible feedback from these episodes. They're craving that information, and it helps us just know and believe and trust in these products. For me, it's confirmation of where I'm at with Bravenly. So
Yeah.
I thank you so much. You're a genius. You're a kind-hearted man, and you are an asset to everyone that comes in contact with you. Thank you so much, you guys. It's been a pleasure with these episodes. We'll see you around.